Greetings, everyone. This is Audra Johnson, CEO of The Enterprising Woman, where we are about all things entrepreneur. I'm also your go-to and your subject matter expert for small business startups, all things cleaning, health and wellness, and finances. Well, today's post is on a very popular subject. It's something that has been going on probably ever since the social media platforms became in existence, and it continues to go on, advance, and increase. And these are those, let me title this real quick. I'm going to title it Social Media Bandits. Social Media Bandits. So, that's one term or one title, but it encompasses several things. So when I say social media bandit, these are the people that come onto business pages that entrepreneurs navigate their business, goods, and services through on social media platforms. And what they do, they try to usurp and steal your prospective clientele and your current clientele, okay? And again, we know this is common, and there's not a whole lot that you can do about it other than block or ban the individual once caught, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this. Again, it is extremely common, but there's more of a turn up with it, especially right now in this season for a lot of reasons that I'll get to. I'll give you an example. I think over the last 2 or 3 days on one of my business pages, my marketing team, they've been catching people come in through the comments. So that's one of the many ways they try to come through. On business pages where people sell goods, a lot of us don't necessarily post our prices because we know that they're low-key sellers that do the same thing we do. We know that they're low-key vendors that do the same thing or offer the same thing that we do. And they join and they try to attach themselves by way of liking your business page so they can either steal your creativity or so that they can steal your work. And again, they do it through many ways. One is in the comments. I'll give an example. You can post something, and let's say a prospective customer, they post in the comments, how much is this? Or they have a question about this. And what an internet bandit will do, they will comment, they'll say something like, oh, I have this item. And another thing that they'll do, they'll comment kind of on a low-key level in a discreet way where they're not mentioning per se an attempt to sell, but they'll do those hashtags. So everyone, if you have a business page, you need to make sure that you have your business page set up where you detect the keywords. There's a way to go into your settings on your business page and go to the keyword setting, and you can just key in several hashtags that people that sell use. And when you do that and you set your page up that way, what it will do, it will alert you. It will alert you if someone comes on your page and they use those hashtags, okay? We know hashtags help us promote and get, our per se social media platform out further. I don't particularly use a lot of hashtags for that reason, because yes, it can attract good, but it also attracts a lot of bad, and a lot of bad from the perspective of there are people out here and their sole goal is to just usurp other people's business by trying to usurp and steal clientele, steal prospects, and through the hard work of an individual. Now, another way that they do it by going into the person's inbox. They'll go into the person's inbox that posed a question, and they'll try to usurp them that way. There's so many other ways that these internet bandits try to come through. Those of you, if you're in business and you've navigated on these internet streets and you've experienced anything, feel free to post in the comments other ways if you've experienced it. So another way that an internet bandit will try to come through and let's say usurp your clientele is through false accusations. I had a person a few days ago comment on a post, fake page, please report. And again, I have a team. I don't do business by myself. It looks like I'm by myself, but I'm not. And so in less than 2 minutes, it was caught. The person was blocked. They were banned immediately. And then what's important too is when these things happen, you have to address them publicly. Every now and then, it's good to loop a post that kind of gives the people the rules and the guidelines, because, there's always new people coming to your page, and we know people don't have a long attention span. A lot of them don't read. So, every now and then, or when you see that type of activity, after you deal with it, because you have to address it, and you have to address the person. You have to block and ban them. And then you address it. You address it after you do that. And you take your screenshots of the person. We do it with scammers all the time. Me and the other individuals that are my business colleagues, we keep each other up on scammers, and we have a list. And we post it right there on our business page as a pinned post of scammers by name. Okay? So you address this issue with people that do that. You screenshot their picture, their profile. You do all that before you ban and block them, because of course, once you ban and block them, you can't see their page anymore. And some of the social media platforms have gotten smart. When you block someone, if you unblock them and want to block them again, some of these platforms won't let you block them again for like days, which I don't know the logic and the reasoning why, but nevertheless, make sure you screenshot the person's page or their profile picture or their cover page before you ban and block them. And then you want to bring that to the attention of your business page prospects, your shoppers. You need to do that. Don't let it slide. Even if you caught it real quick, it's easy to think, you know what? I bet nobody saw that. Don't assume anything, because on these social media platforms, the speed varies based on the carrier that you use for internet and the speed of the internet service that you purchase. So the false accusation thing, you definitely need to address that. And then again, those that come through in comments and try to say, oh, I can do that, or oh, I have this item. And again, we know people are literary thieves a lot of times, not everybody. So when I say that, I just said it the way I said it. But a lot of people are literary thieves, and they get a lot of their content from media. I mean, it's one thing to get an idea and kind of pull from something that you read or pull from something that you watched. But it's a whole nother thing to try to be a counterfeit, and just steal someone else's hard-earned work and try to capitalize on it. So another thing I want you to be mindful of, a lot of you take your payments through these e-platforms, which is fine. We have all the different ones, all the fintech banks, all of the e-pay platforms, the electronic banks. They're convenient, right? So we'll talk about the one of the most popular ones, and that's Cash App, okay? Cash App is great. It's great. I'm not going to say anything negative about it. But what I want you to know is that when you use any e-pay method, you're giving out your information, right? And so people will act like they want to purchase, and they'll ask you for your handle or your e-pay information. And once you give it to them, some of them go ahead and purchase and some don't. Now, I'm not saying that everyone that doesn't purchase has an ill agenda, but a lot of them do. Because once they get your e-pay information, whatever your handle is, be hypothetical here. Let's say someone's handle is, let's say shoes for you. One. Let's say that's a handle for someone with a business page that does business. They gave that handle to a prospective buyer that says, hey, I'm going to pay for this. And they don't pay for it. And again, this is not everyone, but it's some people. What they'll do, they'll create a Cash App as close to the name of your Cash App handle. And you know what they do? They hope that people that are paying you make a mistake. The business owner's Cash App is Shoes for You 1. And an internet bandit, they'll go create a Cash App Shoes for You 2. They're hoping that a letter is transposed or a number, so that money goes to them when a person that's a business owner gets a legit buyer that wants to pay. You got to watch that. Then you have the people that, of course, are internet bandits. What they do, they create business pages. They create business pages that are under the same name or a similar name. Yesterday, my name is Audra Johnson. So yesterday we caught another one, and her name was AJ Johnson. So long story short, you guys, I mean, it's unfortunate that people will go to great lengths. They could use all that energy trying to be dishonest and be honest and create their own business page and learn. Because one of the main reasons why people are so, in this hour, why many people are so entitled, so to speak, or feel like they have the right, is because we know that these media platforms, I mean, they're behind a keyboard. The person's behind a keyboard. But here's the example, just like I gave the example in another post about a week or two ago about keeping your page clean. That's another thing. You need to clean out your business page. It's no different than, again, if I go into a major department store and if I browse in there, it's fine. I can browse, I can shop. I'm not really taking up time from employees unless I have a question here or there. And they're not going to sit there while I'm shopping and walk around with me and answer every question unless I'm in a real upscale store. So typically, I'm using that as an example. I'm in that store, I'm taking up space. I'm taking up valuable real estate space while I'm there. But then when I'm done, whether I buy anything or not, I leave. I'm no longer taking up space and residence in this brick and mortar business. It's the same for your business page. You have to be mindful of that. So these internet squatters, internet stagnant people that just are there as a weight, every 6 months or so, you need to definitely do a clean out and remove those people. Go ahead and create your incentives to keep people engaged or to encourage them to engage, because a lack of engagement also affects your algorithm. So, do the best you can, but at the end of the day, it's quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. That means, who is it to be able to have 12,000, 60,000 members in a group, but only 6 people really buy? We approached this young lady that came on our page yesterday and tried to kind of usurp and steal a customer through the comments. And so she responded to me, and she said that no, she's not affiliated, because I had to, oh God, let me go back. I did a rebuttal post after we caught her. I created a post on my own, but after we caught her, I did a rebuttal post, and I said, be it known, this individual is not affiliated with my business. Okay. So evidently she saw it, which that's good. And so she responded and she said, no, I'm not affiliated with your business. And she wanted to go through all this stuff about how she's, let's say, very, let's say, well known. She went into how long she's been doing it. She went into not only how long she's been doing it, she went into also how many, let's say, groups she's affiliated with as an administrator, And she also said something to the tune of like 60,000 followers. So if you have 60,000 followers, why in the world are you in other groups trying to steal their clientele? Why? And you can have 100,000 followers. If they're not buying, it's apparent that they must not be, because you're over here. You're going in other groups trying to usurp and steal clients. And that's one thing about the sales industry, especially no matter what you sell. You just need to always be prospecting. And there are ways to do that and do it the right way. So long story short, she came through with this long, like I say, explanation. I don't care. Doesn't matter. You know, if you have all this clout, because basically she was clout chasing. If I have 60,000 people on my business page or in my group, and if I've been doing this for 10 years, I don't have time to go over here to someone else's group and see who I can try to usurp clientele from. But again, it is common and people are doing it. So it's more of an uptick. Right now, at the date and time of this post, know this: we are in tax return season. So it's an uptick period. It's an uptick with scammers. It's an uptick with people that want to do that. So you have to know going in. So those of you that choose to do business on social media, you have to do it with responsibility. And then you need to encourage those that shop with you to shop responsibly. That's something I'm going to start adding to my posts on my business pages. I'm going to have my team add that. We have to add serious shoppers only, because there's some people that really think that you're going to sit there and tell them how much everything you sell is all day. And again, there's a reason why a lot of us that sell goods don't post our prices. Again, the low-key sellers, the ones that are in your group, are on your business page with the sole intent to try to take clientele from you. We don't post prices. We engage. And I always love the personal touch. So I sell and market directly. Me and my team do it that way because guess what? We're in an hour where people really want to be able to talk to somebody. And 99%, and I'm just being hypothetical, but you know, it's a great majority percentage of business now where they just want you to do everything via, website or via, voice. Everything via technology. We have the bots doing the work. So when people can talk to a real person and get a personal touch and experience customer service in a way where they're treated special, it'll bring them back to you. Everyone, oh gosh, this is a long video. I didn't mean to go this long, but listen, it's time for me to get this workout in. And to those of you that are independent business owners, entrepreneurs, keep getting that bag. There's money to get out here. It's money out here. And I'm going to tell you something. Even the thieves know it's money out here. So everyone take care, and I'll talk to you later.